So in my last video, which if you haven't seen it yet, there should be a link popping up on the screen around now for you to go check it out. A friend of mine dropped off a computer that he managed to get his hands on for free with the objective of having it cleaned as well as playing his favorite game, Grand Theft Auto 5. And while the cleaning part was a success, playing Grand Theft Auto 5 was a little bit of a failure. There was still immense stuttering going on at various parts despite the new graphics horsepower. And I came to the conclusion that it was simply the hard drive. Just trying to do so much stuff in the background, unable to keep up, slowing down the performance. But once I shut down those tasks, the performance and stability came right back. But then I had a thought. SSDs are a lot faster than hard drives. So should taking out the old hard drive and plugging in this brand new SSD be enough to speed up the background productivity of whatever's going on in the system for it to not affect our gaming performance? Only one way to find out. We're going to have to migrate all the old data from the hard drive onto this SSD and retest Grand Theft Auto 5. Okay guys, I got some great news. The entire process worked without a hitch. Everything transferred from the hard drive to the SSD with no issues, and we are successfully running Windows off of the SSD. And looking in the task manager, all the background processes are very low right now, which is a massive improvement compared to when just the hard drive itself was plugged in. So now it's time to jump back into Grand Theft Auto 5 and see if doing this simple swap actually made a difference in terms of stability as well as possibly performance. Now I'm going to play the game for about half an hour or so, and then I'll get back to you very shortly with my results. Alright, it's been about half an hour since I first started playing, and I have to say that just simply swapping the hard drive for the SSD has made a difference. I mean, the actual performance is exactly the same, however the stability is miles ahead compared to what it was before. And we did actually run a benchmark test using MSI Afterburner to capture some results, and our average FPS ended up being 33 frames a second as an average, a minimum of 18 and a maximum of 48, which is actually very respectable, and stuttering is very low. You know, for an old system like this, the performance that we're getting right now in Grand Theft Auto 5, I have to say, is pretty impressive, especially at a resolution of 1440p with a mixture of normal, high and extra high settings. So if you're on the market for an older system but want to put sort of a modern graphics card into it, then this AMD quad-core CPU, 4 gigs of RAM and a GTX 1050 combo seems to be the way to go. And now that brings us to the conclusion of the project. I'm proud to say that it ended up being a full success. Not just with the cleaning, but also with the gameplay, by just simply swapping out the hard drive for the SSD. And while we did kind of run into a CPU bottleneck a little bit, running the game at a higher resolution and higher settings put more strain on the graphics card to even performance out. And the numbers that we got, I'm actually very impressed for a 10-year-old system to be achieving those kind of frame rates. But for now, friend, if you're watching this, your computer is ready to go, so come on by, pick it up, and enjoy many hours of your favorite game. But for now guys, hit the like if you liked the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already for more future content coming your way, and I hope to catch you in my next video. So long!